Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
After the Jack Benny radio show ended in the fall of 1955, there were not a lot of comedy shows still left on radio. And yet, you still had Edgar Bergen hanging on. Their final Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy, the new Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy, that ended on July 1st of 1956. And this is one of those last shows. From April 15th, 1956, the new Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy.
From Hollywood, it's the new Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy.
Now, if you there can help me, I'll mow you down.
Time again transcribed for Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy with Mortimer Snerd, Effie Clinker, Carol Richards, Ray Noble, Gary Crosby, Jack Kirkwood, Elvia Allman, Kate McKenna, the Mellow Men, yours truly, John Heaston, and our special guest, oceanography expert, Dr. Roger Ravel. And here they are now, Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy.
Well, Charlie, this is it.
What's it?
Today is the big day. Bergen sings.
Oh, no.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. I forgot. Well, good night, folks. We're a little late tonight.
No.
You mean you're going to go through with it?
I certainly am, of course. Nothing you will say will discourage me.
No?
No.
You want a bed?
No. A little later in the show, I'm going to sing on the air for the very first time.
But, Bergen, you're too stiff to sing. To be a popular singer today, you gotta be twitchy.
Oh. Stop that. I think I should be a fine singer. After all, you know, I have a natural ear for music.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame you don't have a natural voice for it.
Charlie, I don't like your attitude. Can't you think of a kind word to say about my singing?
Okay, if that's what you want, I'll give it to you. Bergen?
Yes, Charles?
I think you got a voice like Caruso.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, that's better.
Robinson Crusoe.
Be none of that stuff. Yeah, you've got to learn a lot about kindness yet.
Yeah?
Yes. For example, I'll give you a good illustration of kindness.
I wish you would.
Do you know the story of Androcles and the Lion?
Yeah, I've been trapped.
Oh. Once upon a time.
God's will, the story never end. All right.
Give me a chance. One day Androcles went out hunting with the emperor.
Yeah?
The emperor saw a wild boar, and he took careful aim with his crossbow.
Yeah?
And boing! And what do you think?
It wasn't loaded. Oh.
No, he missed.
Oh, he missed, yeah. Oh, then he was loaded.
No. Then, when Androcles saw that the emperor had missed, he took a quick shot.
He took what?
Yeah.
Oh, he was nipping too.
No. And Androcles killed the boar that the emperor had missed.
Oh? I think he killed the wrong boar.
Yeah.
And you know who I mean, don't you?
The emperor was so jealous of Androcles' talents that he made him a slave, just because he was clever.
Yeah, well, that's just what's happened to me too, folks. I was just too cute.
Yeah. But one day Androcles ran away, and looking for a place to hide, he found a cave and crawled in.
Try to sleep it off, huh?
No. He sat there meditating, and a terrifying monster appeared at the mouth of the cave. Who do you think it was?
An income tax collector?
No. Oh,
Bridie Murphy.
No, it wasn't. It was the king of the beasts, a lion.
Oh.
The lion raised his paw and left the room. No.
I don't care for the story, but I love to heckle, y'all. Yeah. Don't let him get a foothold, folks. I warn you.
When the lion raised his paw, Androcles noticed that there was a thorn in it. And Androcles pulled out the thorn
And said, what a good boy am I.
Yeah. With his injured paw repaired, the lion walked out. And you know where he went?
Back to MGM?
No.
To collect his Blue Cross?
No. Anyway, to make a long story short.
Well, isn't it late to think of that?
No. Sometime later, Androcles was captured, and because he had run away, the emperor threw him in the lion's den.
And the lions threw him back.
No. The lion roared and was about to spring when he recognized Androcles as an old friend.
From the Lions Club.
No. And remembering his kind deed, the lion graciously spared his life.
Oh, nuts.
The emperor was so pleased that he set Androcles,
Hinckley.
The
name is Androcles.
Androcles.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Free. Free.
What free?
Androcles free.
You better start from the beginning. All right.
Once upon a time... Oh, no. Now, what is the moral of this fable?
Well, I would say this. A fool and his stories are soon started.
No.
The new Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy, April 15th, 1956 on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Hi, this is Kyle Horvath with the White Pine County Tourism and Recreation Board. If you want to get away from the big cities and get back to nature this summer, give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net. There's so much to do and see I can't mention it in 30 seconds, but check out our website and you'll see what Nevada is really all about. elinevada.net or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Give us a call at 775-289-3720 or visit us online at elinevada.net.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
Edgar Bergen over the years had a number of sponsors on their shows, including Chase and Sanborn Coffee and Kraft and others. The last season of the show was strictly participating sponsors, and quite frankly, the audience was leaving radio for TV for these types of shows. So this would be the final season, and the show would end in just a few weeks. Now more of the new Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy Hour, April 15th, 1956.
And now it gives us great pleasure to present the constructive and educational portion of our program. Professor Kirkwood and his do-it-yourself department.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's often been said there is no greater joy than that found in an honest day's toil. So we now bring you the miserable Professor Kirkwood.
Thank you, do-it-yourself fans.
It's always a great honor to be here on the podium with you with such a brilliant mind and a great intellect. Professor, could you tell us, what are you featuring today?
Of course, boy. Today, I intend to tell you about my Undoit-yourself kit for Stripteasers.
An undo-it-yourself kit? Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
You actually intend to discuss stripteasers?
That's right, boy. They're becoming very important nowadays. Why, did you know that Gypsy Rose Lee is going to run for Congress?
Gypsy Rose Lee in Congress?
Yeah. Can you just picture her putting a motion before the House?
Professor, you talk as if you actually know Gypsy Rose Lee.
Oh, I do, boy. In fact, I had hoped to have her as our guest today.
I see.
But unfortunately, she had something on.
Mm-hmm.
Something on. Oh, that one sneaked up on me, too.
Yeah. That will do, Professor. I
say, chaps, if you're at all interested, I used to know a girl in burlesque.
Oh, you did?
Yes, Elva, yes. They used to call her Sunburn.
Oh.
Yeah, because she'd just stand there and peel. I just threw that in for what it's worth.
Well, throw it out. It's worth nothing. Now to get on. First of all, my kit contains instructions for the balloon dancer.
Oh.
You know, the girl that dances with a bubble.
Yes, yes.
With a bubble? I say, how unconventional. I mean, can't she get a fellow to dance with?
You don't understand, Ray. This girl does a dance, and all she wears is a bubble.
You mean her only attire is a bubble?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, how dreadful. Really? I mean, how shocking, how vulgar. How does one get a ticket to see her?
Ray, watch yourself. You're weak side. Yeah, control yourself.
It's not an easy life, though. I once knew a girl that was a bubble dancer.
What happened to her?
One day, her career blew up in her face. Poor kid got 30 days.
Yeah. Maybe we better get back to your kit, Professor. What else does it contain?
Well, let's see. Oh, there's this book on the art of fan dancing.
Fan dancing is an art?
Of course, boy.
Mm-hmm.
A fan dancer has to move the fan slow enough to keep it interesting, but fast enough to keep out of jail.
True.
It also contains a few dozen empty tea bags.
What are they for?
For the girls to send their costumes to the laundry in.
But I say, if they're stripteasers, what kind of tea bags do you use? Orange peekaboo?
No.
Orange peekaboo?
Oh, I hate him. Then, most important of all, my kit contains orchestral arrangements for appropriate songs to accompany your dance.
Oh, yes.
Such as Tease for Two.
Very good.
And I Got Plenty of Nothing.
How about Shake, Rattle, and Roll?
Or how about the Hungarian Unwrap, Sodi?
What about a pretty girdle? It's like a melody.
And of course, then there is Zipperty-Doo-Dah.
Or there's no business like show business.
I think that's enough, Professor. Tell me, have you sold many of your kits?
Oh, hundreds of them, boy. Why, every day pardon me. That's probably one of my satisfied clients now.
Yeah.
Hello. What's that? You were right in the middle of your bubble dance when the police raided the place? They've got you in jail, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be down as soon as I can get away. Yeah, see you later, Mother.
That was your mother?
Yeah, poor Mom. One of her bubbles broke. I told her not to use that cheap soap. I got to run now. So long.
Good night, Professor. Good night.
Oh, I ain't got nobody. So what the heck is holding up my head then? Yeah, I worked on that one all evening. Yeah.
Just look at you, Mortimer. Well, just look at you.
Well, discouraging, huh?
No. No, I was just looking at you. I just realized, you're growing up.
Well, what was that?
I say you're growing up.
Well, if you gotta grow, that's as good a direction as any.
Yes. Anyway, I think it's time that you gave some thought to your future.
Yeah? Give some thought? Yes, I would. Well, okay, I will. Let's see. Well, I'm glad that's over.
It isn't easy to pick just the right profession.
No, I don't suppose it is, no.
Frankly, I can't see you in an office.
You can't?
No.
Maybe I'm out to lunch. Well, you know, I could become a street sweeper.
A street sweeper?
Yeah. I hear they're cleaning up. Yeah.
Would you like to be a street sweeper?
Well, I heard of one sweeper of the streets. Yeah. Worked his way up, and now he owns his own street. That's making good.
Yes, I imagine it is in a way. Are you sure that that's what you want to be?
Well, no. If I could have my druthers, yes, I'd rather be an explorer.
Yes, travel.
Yeah. I'd like to travel like that famous Dr. Presume. Yeah.
Dr. Presume?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Well, you know, his full name is that Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think exploring is a wonderful ambition.
Yeah. Oh, hush up out there. Well, just because you never heard of him, that don't mean that he ain't, don't mean that at all, you see. Yeah. No. Bunch of city slickers out there. Oh, that... There ain't a one of them that can milk a cow, I'll bet you. Oh, that's right.
Yes, well, now, I think that's a good thing you picked on this exploring. Do you know what the great explorer De Soto said?
Groucho sent me?
No.
Well, that's the way it goes, yeah.
Well, I gather from all this that you would like to travel.
Yeah, I would.
Any particular place?
Oh, yeah. I'd like to go to that Egypt. Yeah. I'd like to go to Cairo and visit the chiropractors.
Oh, well, no. So you'd like to leave the farm behind you, eh?
Well, it'd be a heck of a job to take it with me.
Yes.
I thought about it, yeah, but it wouldn't work, no.
Just think, my Mortimer, an explorer.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, yeah. I think I'll first discover the East and West Poles.
The East and West Poles, yeah. You must be thinking of the North Pole. See, it would be awfully cold exploring in the far north.
Well, I'd wear the long end there.
Yeah.
Long end, yeah. So in case I wanted to change my mind, I could always back out.
You could back out.
You see, lady, they got an escape hatch in them. All right.
I think a better place to explore might be Africa. You know, there are places in Africa where a man has never set foot.
Yeah? Went around on his hands, eh?
No. But it is dangerous. Some of the natives of Africa are headhunters.
What are them headhunters always hunting heads for? They must be crazy about noodle soup or something.
Yeah, maybe. You must be thinking about the cannibals. Now, they're the ones that eat people.
Yeah. But cannibals, they only eat bad people, don't they?
Only bad people?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Well, I've often heard it said you can't keep a good man down, so I've...
Mortimer, I don't believe you've got the brains that you were born with.
Well, that's where I'm smart. I travel light. You travel...
Ladies and gentlemen, comes a history-making moment for our program. For the first time in almost 20 years on radio, Edgar Bergen will sing.
No. Lock the doors. This place can be turned into a garage in 2 seconds.
That will do, Charlie.
Now, don't tell me, Bergen. Don't tell me you're actually going to go through with this horrible thing.
Yes, of course. I think the time is ripe for my singing debut.
Yeah, the time may be ripe, but your voice is rotten, Bergen.
That's no way to talk, Charlie.
Oh, come now, let's face it, Bergen. you've got a set of pipes that even Drano wouldn't help. Oh.
I think I have a wonderful singing career ahead of me.
You do?
Yes. After all, the famous singer Jenny Lind was Swedish, and I'm Swedish.
Yeah, so what? So are meatballs. Well, what does it get them? Well, we're in for it, folks. We're in for it. First, the Swedish nightingale, and now the Swedish bald eagle. Now, wait.
I've heard enough. John, my introduction, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very proud indeed to present a shining new star.
Let's leave Bergen's head out of this. No, all right.
A shining new star in our vocal spotlight. This is the moment the entire music world has been waiting for. Many singers have sung romantic songs in French, Spanish, and Italian, but Edgar doesn't know French, Spanish, and Italian, so he will sing in Swedish. Here he is, making his debut as a singer, the one and only Edgar Bergen.
Okay, I looked it up here, and when CBS picked up Charlie McCarthy in October of 1949, the show was sponsored by Coca-Cola, and then Richard Hudnut, on behalf of Lanolin Plus, picked up the sponsorship of the show until the end of the 53-54 season. Then in 54, Kraft sponsored the new Edgar Bergen Hour, and then after Kraft's sponsorship ended, they continued with a 55-minute series, as I said, with participating sponsors that you heard here from the fall of 1955 until the show ended July 1st, 1956. More of the new Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy, April 15th, 1956, when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues, following these important words.
Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you. And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required. Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. 800-492-8164. That's 800-492-8164.
Are you suffering with arthritis or osteoporosis? Do you have diabetes? Did you know that these are just two of the hundreds of diseases that have seen improvement with Dr. Wallach's incredible longevity products? You can't get them at a health food store. The only way to get them is to call us at 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065. Do you have heart disease, fibromyalgia, or high blood pressure? Do you have a terrible time losing weight? Dr. Wallach can help. He was a veterinarian and cured diseases in animals. He felt that he could do the same for humans, so he became a physician. Over 50 years of research and helping people like you goes into every bottle of Dr. Wallach's amazing discoveries. Do you want to feel better? Learn how to treat the cause of your problem rather than covering up the symptoms with drugs. Call 800-214-0065. That's 800-214-0065.
Thank you for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We'll have the conclusion this half hour of the new Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy, including Edgar's song, which we'll hear now from April 15th, 1956.
Inga is a maid in a lighthouse tower. Ye wis, she's cute by ye. When my ship is homeward bound, I just wait for the hour. My Inga will you to me. For Inga på vinga, hon är mig så kär. När vågorna dansa och krasa, maskeran med sjungande böljorna bär. Hon alltid och är mig så kär. Yahoo! Till hennes vill jag säkert förut dansat, och i mitt hjärta är både dag och natt. Min Inga och vinga, när hemåt jag stör, hon leder mig med vinga fjör. Yahoo! Inga och vinga, you wish I love you. Oh, honest and truly I do. You say you'll be mine when I say home to you. Then all of my dreams will come true. Yahoo! Ta hennes bild jag säker på rosensatt, och i mitt hjärta är hon både dag och natt. Min Inga på vingar är emot jag styr, hon leder mig vingar fyr. Yahoo! Thank you, music lovers. Thank you. You see, good music isn't dead yet.
No, but you killed it. Oh. Are we still on the air?
Oh, yes.
Unbelievable.
Now, Charlie, tell the truth. Did you ever hear anything like that before?
This I can gladly answer. Only once.
Only once?
Yeah. That was when the cat got in the disposal unit.
I think the audience enjoyed my singing.
Hey, boy! Oh, what a voice! Oh, you send me! Oh.
Well, holy smoke.
He brought Chloe out of the swamp.
Oh, Eddie boy!
Sounds like her foot is still caught in the mud. Oh.
Madam.
Let me have it. Oh, that singing did something to me.
Yeah, it didn't do enough.
I'm very flattered, madam, but please,
Oh, Eddie boy, send me. Send me.
Has anybody got a stamp?
Eddie boy, when you sang, I broke out in good pimples.
Oh, I thought it was your figure. No.
Oh, I'm living.
You want to bet?
Oh, Eddie boy, the sound of your voice just makes me swoon.
Yes, yes.
Sing to me.
Yes.
Sing to me.
Well, of course, I live for my public, if you insist.
Oh, no.
Inga på vinga.
Oh.
Why, the poor girl fainted.
And you only use one tonsil.
Yeah. Well, this opens up a whole new career. I think I'll sing a little Swedish song every week.
I'll get it. You must be tired. Hello? Hello? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him. All right, I'll tell him.
Yeah, who was it? Another one of my fans?
No, it was Secretary Dulles.
Dulles?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. Sweden just dropped out of the UN. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present our Meet the People department. Our guest tonight is a seagoing geologist whose profession is the exploration of the great unknown world beneath the sea. I'd like you to meet the director of the Scripps Institution of Oceanography at La Jolla, California, Dr. Roger Ravel.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Well, Dr. Ravel, we're very glad to have you with us this evening. And as director of Scripps Institution of Oceanography and a geologist actively engaged in the study of the sea, we realize that you are the head of what is perhaps the most important institution of its kind in the world. But tonight we'd like to chat with you a little bit about the less involved. The life.
That's a good idea, Edgar. And believe me, underneath that smooth surface of the ocean, there's a vast, complex world that's as foreign to us as life on Mars would be. I think that everything about it is fascinating.
Well, I've heard about fish off the coast of Florida swimming over to Europe and spawning, something that was quite amazing. Now, what impulsion would send a fish thousands of miles away from the home waters?
Well, I think you must be talking about eels.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was.
And, both the European and the American eels, after they've lived in the rivers several years, feel that old urge, and they go out to sea. They go out to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean and spawn.
And then they return home, don't they?
No, they don't. They die. But the young eels that are born out there in the Sargasso Sea stay there for a year or so until they're about 3 or 4 inches long, and then they swim back to America and back to Europe. That's what seems the strangest thing to me, that the young eels, which have never been anywhere except in the Sargasso Sea, know where to go. They go to the rivers where their parents came from. They must have some sort of hereditary memory.
That's the sort of one that equals the swallows going back to Capistrano. Why do salmons die after they lay their eggs?
Well, the female, of course, lays the eggs and dies. The male fertilizes the eggs, and he dies, too. I guess they've gone just about as far as they can go.
They gave their all. Dr. Ravel, I recall hearing that you think rather highly of the octopus. I think you mentioned that in your conversation.
Yes, Edgar, they're very intelligent creatures. Most people think of them, of course, as aggressive and hostile and a great menace, lurking behind rocks ready to reach out and grab you. But actually, they're quite timid and afraid. They hide behind the rocks because they're afraid of open spaces.
Well, you mentioned that they can be trained, too, that they're intelligent.
Yes, they certainly can. For instance, if you put a crab, they're very fond of crabs, and if you put a crab inside a mason jar, you can teach an octopus to unscrew the jar and reach in and take out the crab. But I've never heard of one putting the lid back on.
What would you consider the highest social order in marine life? Is there anything approaching the organizational abilities of the ant colonies, for example?
Well, there's several things you can say here. Some primitive forms of marine life are halfway a colony and halfway an individual. And, of course, everybody knows that fish school, but they never seem to have a leader. The only marine animals that really work together are the killer whales, which cooperate in hunting much like wolves do, hunting in a pack.
Are there many whales along our Pacific coast here?
Yes, there are a lot of them, and they're called the California gray whales, and they're wonderfully interesting. I live right on the beach at La Jolla, and at times I've seen as many as 2,000 whales each winter passing close to shore on their way down to Lower California, where they go to the lagoons down there.
They go down there to spend the winters, don't they?
No, they actually have a much more serious purpose than that. They go down there to have their young.
Oh, I see.
The cows, the female whales, go inside the lagoon, and the male waits outside the bar of the lagoon, just like males everywhere, waiting for their mate to have the baby.
I can just see those poor whales now pacing up and down that ocean outside the bar. Well, we know the ocean currents affect the climate of the world, making, like, for example, Western Europe much warmer. Do you have any comment on this article that was in Saturday Evening Post about the world is getting colder? Do you go along with that?
Well, Edgar, I don't think it is. I think it's probably getting warmer, and this is really because of something that human beings are doing. We're burning an awful lot of coal and oil and natural gas, and this is putting a lot of carbon dioxide into the air. We use it all the time as dry ice, but this is what's produced by burning these fuels. And the carbon dioxide absorbs heat, much like the glass in a greenhouse. And I think it may very well be possible that within the next 50 years, the climate everywhere will get a little warmer. And this will really mean that quite a few things may happen. It may not, but it's certainly possible. One is that Russia will get about 2,000 miles of ice-free ports in the Arctic Ocean. She might become a great maritime power. Another possibility is that the climate of Southern California and the Southwest in general will continue to get drier than it is now. The hopeful thing about it is that Alaska and northern Canada may turn into a place where a lot more people can live.
Well, I think this has been a very, very exciting little chat we've had here, and I want to thank you very much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Good night, Dr. Ravel.
Boy, even back then they were talking about the West getting drier, weren't they? April 15th, 1956, the new Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
No offense, but are you a little fat when you look in the mirror? How would you like to learn the secrets to lose 3 to 5 pounds a week easily without joining the gym or going through any crazy diets? It's called Body Sculpt by Med Diet. For the last 2 decades, we've been helping people just like you that have pounds they want to shed. We've helped millions of people lose thousands and thousands of pounds over the years. And now it's your turn. Learn the secrets of how to lose weight with one simple phone call. You'll see an amazing difference in a matter of days. Don't believe us? We'll offer you a money-back guarantee. If you're ready to start losing weight right now, call right now to learn more about your risk-free order to Body Sculpt.
Call for your risk-free offer. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. 800-738-5332. That's 800-738-5332.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, the conclusion of the new Edgar Bergen Hour with Charlie McCarthy, as it was broadcast on Tax Day, April 15th, 1956, and it appears that Gary Crosby, yes, Bing's son, just finished singing a song, and, of course, Charlie has to weasel his way out of something. Well, that's normal.
Was superb, Gary. Outstanding, terrific, and sensational.
Thank you very much for the compliments, Charles, but I'd still like that $10 I loaned you last week.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm very sorry, but I've invested it for you. I'm using the money to make a movie. You know all those pictures they're making about ancient Rome lately? Well, I bought all the pages of the script that were thrown out, Steve.
Oh, this boy is the Cecil B. DeMille of the wastebasket. Tell me, when are you making this super stinker?
Well, right now, and you're in it, lucky boy. It starts like this.
Charlie McCarthy's Putrid Productions presents that exciting drama of ancient Rome.
Ben-Him.
The scene is the Emperor's palace. Stretched out in dissolute splendor on his throne is the fat and bloated Nero. Heavy eyelids, half closed over bloodshot eyes. Corrupt, bestial, lips stained with wine. He speaks.
I'm a slob. Oh, what a party last night. Oh, my head. I think I'll buzz my trusted slave, Ben-Him.
Thou called, O magnificent one? O noble Nero, light of the sun, ruler of all men, emperor of Rome, king of the universe?
Well, you left out handball champ of the YWCA. Oh, my head. How'd I get home last night?
We had a little trouble with you, sire.
Yeah?
You know that statue of Aphrodite in the middle of the fountain?
Yeah.
You kept standing there saying, "Hurry up and finish your shower, dear. I want to get in and shave." But this is another day, Meyer.
Meyer? That's sire. Now be gone, do you hear? Be gone. It's time for me to practice my fiddle.
Announcing the arrival on track 12 of the courier from Egypt.
Hail, O magnificent one, O noble Nero, light of the sun, ruler of all men, emperor of Rome, and king of the universe, and handball champ of the YWCA.
Very good, very good. Take 2 slave girls out of petty cash for that.
Thank you, sire.
Oh! I'm going to stab in the back! Oh!
Who's that, Julius Caesar?
No, that was Julius Kronman. He put money in the picture, too.
When he hit those high notes, I thought it was Julius La Rosa.
Yes.
I bring you good tidings.
Good.
Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, has arrived for the chariot races at the Colosseum.
Cleopatra? Luscious daughter of the East, jewel of the Nile, lotus flower of the Orient?
And handball champ of the YMCA.
Look, sire, that must be her coming into the court now.
Get my fiddle. Nero is burning.
Wowie, wow. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was she.
It was a long trip, but I have finally arrived.
Yeah, you sure did. Care for a game of handball? Would you prefer a little fiddling?
You are so beautiful, O Cleopatra.
Oh, but I am not Cleopatra. I am just a poor slave girl that Cleopatra bought in the market.
Oh. Why can't I fill my shopping basket like that? But tell us why. Why did Cleopatra send you here?
To give you a message, Josiah.
Yes.
She will bestow her favors on the one who wins the chariot race tomorrow.
Come on, then him.
Where are we going?
To get a chariot. I am entering that race. Everybody's in town today.
Hail, boys. My name is Honest Demetrius, used chariot dealer.
Well, we want a chariot, the best you got.
You came to the right place, boy.
Yeah.
Here's a brand new Cadillac chariot with a hydromatic slave.
Yeah?
It's only got 4 miles on its speedometer.
Yeah.
You see, it was driven by a little old lady from Spartacus.
Well, I don't know. Looks sort of ancient.
No, it's a 42 BC model, but it's powered by a 41 BC horse.
Very good, very good.
That horse looks older than 42.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any teeth. Yeah. Yeah, and how come he's standing on those 4 packing boxes?
That's to keep his stomach from touching the ground.
You know, you could use a few packing boxes yourself.
I could use a few. Oh, well, back to Slenderella.
Look, Demetrius, we'll take the chariots. But there better not be any tricks. You know, this happens to be Nero.
Nero? Well, if he's Nero, I'm Salome.
Yeah? Well, just look at this royal crest on my ring.
Oh, pass me my veils. I'm dancing tonight.
You can say that again.
Greetings, friends, Romans, countrymen. It's a beautiful day here at the Coliseum, and the big chariot race is about to start. They're lining up, and there they go. And going to the front in the number 1 chariot is Nero, driven by Ben Him. In second place is Brutus, driven by Willie Shoemaker. Now they're coming into the home stretch. They're neck and neck, and the winner is Nero. And now Ben Him and Nero getting out of their chariot to collect their prize, the fabulous Cleopatra.
Oh, Cleopatra, now that you are mine, Nero wishes to gaze upon thy beauty. Please remove thy veil.
Oh, that's not a veil. That's my skin.
I've been framed.
Cleopatra, you're just a little old lady. And they said you were the flower of the desert. But just to be near you was like the fragrance of perfume.
Well, it used to be true. But lately I've been getting down near the bottom of the bottle. Come, Nero. Send me.
No.
Send me.
That does it. I pass a royal decree disqualifying myself. Second place wins Cleopatra.
Thank you, boy, thank you. Come here, Cleopatra. Kiss me.
All right, lover.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Time. You're just Cleopatra's slave.
Oh, no, I'm Cleopatra. I just did this to find someone to love me for myself.
Oh, come into my arms and collect this great big bundle of joy.
Now, wait a minute. I don't get this. How did you know that she was the real Cleopatra?
Well, I'm really Julius Kronman. I peeked at the end of the script.
Oh.
Good night, everyone.
Remember to listen to Edgar Bergen with Charlie McCarthy, Mortimer, Ray Noble, and the entire ensemble next Sunday at the same time. Tonight's Edgar Bergen Show with Jack Kirkwood, Carol Richards, Gary Crosby, Elvia Allman, Kate McKenna, and the Mellow Men was produced and transcribed in Hollywood by Sam Pierce. Script by Cy Rose, Zeno Klinker, and Hilda Black. This is John Heaston speaking.
April 15th, 1956, Edgar Bergen and Charlie McCarthy on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Would you do me a favor? Thank this radio station, support their advertisers. It's their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be with you each and every time you roll around here on your favorite station. And also a reminder that if you miss a day on this station, you do not have to miss a single show. You can hear all of our programs available on demand through iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, even Facebook. Just search for Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. That's Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. And of course, we're available on our webpage, classicradio.stream. There you can stream our shows on demand. You can learn about building a classic radio collection of your own. You can find our links on to social media, and you can also contact me, classicradio.stream. Thanks for tuning in. Tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.